we're gonna get this gaming on the way in a second. But first, some H.P. Lovecraft, because I need to read this eventually, and this time, I'm gonna read a little on stream. So we open up our complete works of H.P. Lovecraft at precisely the moment that my Apple book reader loads. And we will read The White Ship. I am Basil Elton, keeper of the North Point light that my father and grandfather kept before me. Far from the shore stands the grey lighthouse, above sunken slimy rocks that are seen when the tide is low, but unseen when the tide is high. Past that beacon for a century have swept the majestic barks of the seven seas. In the days of my grandfather there were many, in the days of my father not so many, and now there are so few that I sometimes feel strangely alone, as though I were the last man on our planet. From far shores came those white-sailed argosies of old, from far eastern shores where the warm sun shine and sweet odors linger about strange gardens and gay temples. The old captains of the sea came often to my grandfather and told him of these things, which in turn he told to my father, and my father told to me, in the long autumn evenings when the wind howled eerily from the east. And I had read more of these things, and of many things besides, in the books men gave me when I was young and filled me with wonder. But more wonderful than the lore of old men and the lore of books is the secret lore of the ocean. Blue, green, gray, white, or black, smooth, ruffled, or mountainous. That ocean is not silent. All my days have I watched it and listened to it, and I have known it well. At first, it told me only the plain little tales of calm beaches and near ports, but with the years it grew more friendly and spoke of other things, of things more strange and more distant in space and time. Sometimes at twilight the gray vapors of the horizon have parted to grant me glimpses of the ways beyond, and sometimes at night the deep waters of the sea have grown clear and phosphorescent to grant me glimpses of the ways beneath, and these glimpses have been as often of the ways that were and the ways that might be as of the ways that are, for ocean is more ancient than the mountains, and freighted with the memories and dreams of time. Out of the south it was that the white ship used to come when the moon was full and high in the heavens. Out of the south it would glide very smoothly and silently over the sea, and whether the sea was rough or calm, and whether the wind was friendly or adverse, it would always glide smoothly and silently, its sails distant and its long, strange tiers of oars moving rhythmically. One night I espied upon the deck a man, bearded and robed, and he seemed to beckon me to embark for far unknown shores. Many times afterward I saw him under the full moon, and ever did he beckon me. Very brightly did the moon shine on the night I answered the call, and I walked out over the waters to the white ship on a bridge of moonbeams. The man who had beckoned now spoke a welcome to me in a soft language I seemed to know well, and the hours were filled with soft songs of the oarsmen as we glided away into the mysterious south, golden with the glow of the full mellow moon. And when the sky dawned rosy and effulgent, I beheld the green shores of far lands, bright and beautiful, and to me unknown. Up from the sea rose lordly terraces of verdure, trees studded and shewing here and there the gleaming white roofs and colonnades of strange temples. As we drew nearer, this is much longer than I thought. As we drew nearer the green shores, the bearded man told me of that land, the land of Zar, where dwell all the dreams and thoughts of beauty that come to men once and then are forgotten. And when I looked upon the terraces again, I saw that what he had said was true, for among the sights before me were many things I had once seen through the mists beyond the horizon, and in the phosphorescent depths of the ocean. There, too, were forms and fantasies more splendid than any I had known. The visions of young poets who died in want before the world could learn of what they had seen and dreamed. But we did not set foot upon the sloping meadows of Zar, for it is told that he who treads them may nevermore return to his native shore. We can read more of that if you guys want. I'm totally down. But I need to respond to this text because it's another viewer. How's it going, Hyler? How's it going, bro? What you up to, brother? Brother! Do you enjoy... Hello, Gamma949, how's it going, chat? Do you enjoy the pre-reading? I like the pre-reading. If you missed the pre-reading, I can start over or continue. How y'all doing? Oh, I always forget that whistling sounds horrible on a microphone. Oh, and I always forget all sorts of things. 1,000 paper cranes, spread your wings way up high. Fundaba. Hey, Bobtle. How's it going, Bobtle? Who is Bobtle? Do I know Bobtle? I don't remember seeing Bobtle before. I expected to see St. Jimmy, but Bobtle is a new name. How's it going, Bobtle? No, I did the wrong thing! I want this thing. Nose! Forgive me. I have failed. Cancel. Bobtle. Hey, St. Jimmy. How's it going, Bobtle? Oh, God, I always forget. Always, always, always. How's you all doing? Bobtle is Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, how's it going, son? We're going to be speaking with a bit of Cockney accent tonight. A bit. Not a lot, but a bit. You missed a little bit of you missed the H.P. Lovecraft reading. I was terribly sorry, but we'll probably get back to that at some point. I didn't realize the story I was reading was quite so long. SCP-178 is a pair of white stereoscopic 3D glasses with a rectangular white cardboard frame and lenses of transparent blue and red, left and right lenses respectively plastic. The item exhibits the unusual physical properties apart from the slight discoloration of the cardboard consistent with age. It is not 1.2! You are correct! Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read some more H.P. Lovecraft while I download 1.2. Because I'm a baddie, I won't really get through much of H.P. Lovecraft. I have excellent internet now. No, that's the Wikipedia. I don't care about the Wikipedia. I don't go to the Wikipedia. That's where people go to die. So as we left off, as the white ship sailed silently away from the temple terraces of Zar, we beheld on the distant horizon ahead the spires of a mighty city. Oh. And the bearded man said to me, "This is Thalarion, the city of 1,000 wonders, wherein reside all those mysteries that man has striven in vain to fathom." No, it's a different Jimmy. Different Jimmy. And I looked again, at closer range, and saw that the city was greater than any city I had known or dreamed of before. Into the sky the spires of its temples reached, so that no man might behold their peaks, and far back beyond the horizon stretched the grim grey walls, over which one might spy only a few roofs, weird and ominous, yet adorned with rich friezes and alluring sculptures. I yearned mightily to enter this fascinating yet repellent city, and besought the bearded man to land me at the stone pier by the huge carven gate of Cariel. But he gently denied my wish, saying, "Into Thalarion, the city of 1,000 wonders, many have passed, but none have returned. Therein walk only the daemons and mad things that are no longer men, and the streets are white with unburied bones of those who have looked upon the idol Enlathi that reigns over the city." So the white ship sailed on past the walls of Thalarion, and followed for many days at a southward flying bird, whose glossy plumage matched the sky out of which it had peered. Then came we to a pleasant coast, gay with blossoms of every hue, where as far inland as we could see basked lovely groves and radiant arbors beneath a meridian sun. From bowers beyond our view came bursts of song and snatches of lyrics, harmony interspersed with faint laughter so delicious that I urged the rowers onward in my eagerness to reach the scene. And the bearded man spoke no word, but watched me as we approached the lily-lined shore. Suddenly, a wind blowing from over the flowery meadows and leafy woods brought a scent at which I trembled. The wind grew stronger, and the air was filled with the lethal, charnel odor of plague-stricken towns and uncovered cemeteries. And as we sailed madly away from that damnable coast, the bearded man spoke at last, saying, "This is Zura, the land of pleasures unattained." So once more the white ship followed the bird of heaven, over warm, blessed seas fanned by caressing aromatic breezes. Day after day, and night after night did we sail, and when the moon was full we would listen to soft songs of the oarsmen, sweet as on that distant night when we sailed away from my far native land. And it was by moonlight that we anchored at the last harbor of Sona Nil, which is guarded by twin headlands of crystal that rise from the sea and meet a resplendent arch. This is the land of fancy, and as we walked to the verdant shore upon a golden bridge of moonbeams. In the land of Sona Nil there is neither time nor space, neither suffering nor death, and there I dwelt for many aeons. Green are the groves and pastures, bright and fragrant flowers, blue and musical the streams, clear and cool the fountains, and stately and gorgeous the temples, castles, city of Sona Nil. Of that land there is no bound, for beyond each vista of beauty rises another, more beautiful. Over the countryside and amidst the splendor of cities rose at will the happy folk, of whom all were gifted with unmarred grace and unalloyed happiness. For the aeons that I dwelt there, I wandered blissfully through gardens where quaint pagodas peep from pleasuring clumps of bushes, and where the white walks are bordered with delicate blossoms. I climbed gentle hills from whose summits I could see entrancing panoramas of loveliness, with steepled towns nestled in verdant valleys, and with the golden domes of gigantic cities glittering on the infinitely distant horizon. And when I viewed by moonlight the sparkling sea, crystal headlands, and the placid harbor wherein lay anchored the white ship, it was against the full moon one night, in the immemorial year of Tharp, that I saw outlined the beckoning form of the celestial bird, and felt the first stirring of unrest. Then I spoke with the bearded man, and told him my new yearnings to depart from more remote Cathuria, which no man hath seen, but which all believe to lie beyond the basalt builders of the west. It is the land of hope, and in it shine the perfect ideals of all that we know elsewhere, or at least so men relate. But the bearded man said to me, "Beware of those perilous seas, wherein men say Cathuria lies. In Sona Nil there is no pain nor death, but who can tell what lies beyond the basalt pillars of the west?" Nathalis, at the next full... I feel like that's supposed to say nonetheless, but Nathalis, at the next full moon I boarded the white ship, and with the reluctant bearded man left the happy harbor for untraveled seas. And the bird of heaven flew before and led us toward the basalt pillars of the west. But this time the oarsmen sang no soft songs under the full moon. In my mind I would often picture the unknown land of Cathuria, with its splendid groves and palaces, and would wonder with what new delights there awaited me. Cathuria, I would say to myself, is the abode of gods, and the land of unnumbered cities of gold. Its forests are of aloe and sandalwood, and even its fragrant groves of camorin. And among the trees flutter gay birds sweet with song. On the green and flowery mountains of Cathuria stand temples of pink marble, rich with carven and painted glories, and having their courtyards cool fountains of silver where purl and ravishing music, that's the scented waters that come from the grotto-born river Nard. And the city of Cathuria are cinctured with golden walls, and their pavements also are of gold. And on the gardens of these cities are strange orchids and perfumed lakes, whose beds are of coral and amber. At night the streets and gardens are lit with gay lanthorns fashioned from the three-colored shell of the tortoise, and here resound the soft notes of the singer and lutenist, and the houses of the cities of Cathuria are all palaces, each built over a fragrant canal bearing the waters of the sacred Narg. Of marble and porphyry are these houses, and roofed with glittering gold that reflects the rays of the sun and enhances the splendor of the cities as blissful gods view them from distant peaks. Fairest of all is the palace of the great monarch Dorieb, whom some say to be a demigod and others a god. High is the palace of Dorieb, and many are the turrets of marble upon its walls. In its wide halls are multitudes assembled, and there hang the trophies of ages, and the roof is of pure gold, set upon tall pillars of ruby and azure, and having such carven figures of gods and heroes that he who looks up to these heights seems to gaze upon the living Olympus, and you don't even have to pump your own gas. And the floor of the palace is of glass, under which flow the cunningly lighted waters of the Narg, gay with gaudy fish not known beyond the bounds of lovely Cathuria. If more thou wishest me to read, let me know, elsewise we shall play SCP Containment Breach. For it is done installing. It didn't say all gods lived there. It just said that gods did live there. Come on, bro. Yeah, it would feel super weird not to pump my own gas. I'm not sure I'd like it. Oh, I hope I meet the Teddy's new friend, too. I hope I meet all sorts of new guys. So how do you guys feel about the reading of H.P. Lovecraft at the beginning of the stream? I like it, but I like reading H.P. Lovecraft. I like dramatic readings in general. How do you gentle people feel about such readings? I read each story in a different voice, so you won't have to deal with the smooth, sensual tone of this one every time. Sometimes you'll have to deal with this voice, but always will it be dragging and gnawing at your psyche. Also, apparently I'm getting tons of new Snapchats. Well, I can always read more H.P. Lovecraft. That story isn't finished. I just ended it at a thing. Jeez! I think I know what's happening. Yeah. I sing to some of my friends on Snapchat. Bobtle, I haven't sang at you in a while. I should probably do that soon. But specifically, these are female peoples. And I sing at them. And one of them sings back, which is nice. The other one doesn't. But the other one I have read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I've read all of that series. And you know what? Stop after like the second book. You don't really need to read more. By the way, Hyler, are you still here? I guess Bob Till as well. Oh, what do I look like on stream? There we go. Hey, me. How's it going? This is Ein Moss. This is a well-poured Ein Moss. You can see the head here. That's good. I'm celebrating not being at my job. Ugh. Movie was met. I haven't seen the movie. Oh, by the way, I sit on an exercise ball. So if I'm doing this, because I feel like it. and it's because the ball is bouncy. Alright, SCP Containment Breach is completed. Cheers, late shift is deft. Well, yeah. It's like super early shift. Alright, let's SCP Containment Breach, lights off. I'm glad you like HP Lovecraft. I would really be sad if I didn't get to do that anymore. Oh god, I've done a horrible thing. I've suffered a terrible fate. What SCP-966 are visible only at wavelength ranging from to 90. This applies to all SCP-966 regardless of the current state. Aw, it's a new SCP-966. SCP-966 are visible only at wavelengths ranging from 700 nanometers to about 900 nanometers. This applies to all regardless of their current state. What does that mean? New game. The Phalanx. More dead. Oh, let's see if the intro's changed. SCP-035, we remember him. Big fan. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, 966. You would be able to see him with night vision goggles. Kind of. Yeah. Kind of. I don't know. Oh, tonight we are drinking Prairie Path Golden Ale from Two Brothers Brewing Company. For those of you who care about such things. Gamma 949, you are not old enough to drink yet? Quote unquote. Correct? I really want to keep reading that HP Lovecraft story now. I really want to see what happens. I mean, Cathuria, he never gets there clearly. Alright, the beginning is not different now. So, Awakes, Class D Personal 9341. I think it's my designation. 9341. On behalf of the SCP Foundation, our staff will welcome you to an exciting one-month working period in one of our top-secret research facilities. Unfortunately, the exact details of your upcoming work assignments are highly classified, but please read this document carefully to make sure you stay... There's to make sure your stay as safe and pleasant as possible. That's yeah, shoutouts to Two Brothers. That is a typo. Gamma, if you actually do know the developers, there is a typo in this leaflet. This document carefully to make your stay as safe and... Wait. But please read this document carefully to make your stay as safe and pleasant as possible. No, that's fine. I'm just wrong. Each of Class D personnel has been given a numerical designation. Universal designation is D9341. Please memorize your designation as the staff will use it to refer to you from now on. I missed a word. You are correct. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. That would have killed me.
God damn it. Well, my day's ruined. The only reason I still come here is for the pizza. I don't know what it is about that pizza, but it's delicious. Tuna casserole, on the other hand, is a disgusting...
Please memorize your designations. Staff will use to refer to you from now on. During your stay, you will be taking part in various testing procedures. Some of them can be extremely dangerous if appropriate precautions are not taken. This is why we need your full cooperation at all times and in all circumstances. Our highly trained researchers and scientists know how to minimize risks and ensure the safety of the personnel involved in testing. If you fail to comply with the instructions you are given, you will be sent back to your term in death row. If everything goes as planned, meaning that we have your full cooperation, you will be released at the end of the month and you will be granted an absolute pardon for all your previous offenses.
Just get in there and follow all the instructions.
They still have this lighting glitch. This kills me.
Probably be fine.
Well, that's interesting. It has the part of the window for it. Why can't you see blink or sprint? Well, that's weird. There it is. I have to stretch the window to do this. That's not so bad, it just looks a little fish-eyed. Alright, we can do that. SCP-173, Object Class Euclid, Sentient and Violent. This is the Weeping Angel for those of you. Hey Frostfox, I missed you, man! This is a combination of rust and feces. This is SCP-173. He is the Weeping Angel, quote unquote. I call him Billy the Ballerina. These are my Class D personnel. There are 2 of them. They're my brosifs. And we're out of here. Oh, by the way, the leaflet was a little bit different than it was previously. Everything's perfect. Come on, play! Boo. How have you been, Frostfox? Oh, by the way, for those of you who don't know, i.e. Bobtil, I play this game with the gamma settings slightly turned up so that people who are viewing stream yes. No, it's all good, man. You've been lurking a couple times. I'm trying a speedrun strat. I think they might have patched it out. I don't even remember what I was saying. Yes, the difference between Weeping Angels is, and they don't teleport, they just move faster than you'd expect. Weeping Angels feed off time, and 173 just breaks your neck. I did come up with an interesting thought. Like, what if 173 is just killing people so that he can live? Because when you look at him, it's like he's dead. He is unable to do anything, and so he breaks your neck so that less people can stare at him so that he can live more. In that case, I don't blame him. Frostfox, I love you, bras. And Gamma949, I love you, bras too. Bobtil, you're pretty cool. The gamma settings on my stream are turned up so that you all can see better than I can, so if it seems like I should have seen something and I don't, it is probably because I can't. Or because, yes, I should have seen it, but I didn't. So the speedrun strat here is to run, dodge right. Yes, this is true. This has not changed. Good. When this door closes, he dies. Let's go this way. Tesla gate. So Tesla gates are interesting. Turn down for what? Ooh, this was the right way to go. This is the level 2 keycard area. If you don't like the clicking of my keyboard, I sincerely apologize, but you'll have to deal with it. Yeah. No one cares what the shortest way out is. You're wrong, and you're going to die to SCP-173 right about now. Nailed it. Hey, Bo. One 173 spawn room. Is he in there? Nope. Is he there now? Nope. He's behind me. Nope. I think I got my neck broken from behind once going into this room. He like never comes in this area. You did not. I do not wish to know what that new stuff is, however. You can not tell me. That would be great. I will give you a timeout if you tell me. I will not ban you. It's not a bannable offense, but I'll be like, hey, shut the fuck up. This seed is working out great. I might actually see if this is a better speedrunning seed than my previous one. I was supposed to close that door. Hope for the Omni card. Whoop! You did mention that he has himself and some friends. Oh crap. Are we screwed? No, we're good. For now. Oh, and a keycard Omni. Good times. Let's close this effing door right the hell now. Good. What's the seat? I don't know, I'll just have to look at the VOD. It's pretty swank, though. I mean, it's not as fast as my previous speedrunning map, but if I can bypass the maintenance hallway, totally worth it. I don't know how to deal with that maintenance hallway yet. It's so, like, I think I might need the advanced goggles, and I'm not sure that'll help. Yeah, I'll find medpack in a second. I super find those two first, and then I find this one, just because I'd rather have the super fine or very fine gas mask than the fine med pack. So this is SCP-914 because Bobtail doesn't know. This thing is a clockwork machine that uses no energy, and I do mean gamma vision. My terrible apologies. And what it does is it will find an object based on settings. The 5 settings are rough, coarse, 1 to 1, fine, and very fine. If you put something in at rough, it kind of degrades it in a way, downgrades it is perhaps a better way of saying it. If you put it in a fine, it makes it slightly better. There's 173, that's Liz Lucky. Then, sorry. Words. Oh yeah. If you put it in at very fine, it makes something much better. If you put it in at 1 to 1, it makes something of a equivalent value, for lack of a better term. Don't need the book. Geez, 941, still on 941 or 914. Don't put organic things in there. It does bad stuff. So, moving on. So what I did was, and it's not 100% everything turns out the way it should. So, I threw in a key card, and the key card turned into, one of them turned into an Omni card, and one turned into a very... yeah, that. Oh god, there are so many SCPs running into each other that it's hard to explain them all. I don't need this SCP-970. Okay. This is 106 trolling. By dropping a body. Yeah, that was a good, new room. I'll explore that in a second. Anyway. No, it's not 100% that. Sometimes when you put a keycard in, you get a MasterCard. Because sometimes MasterCards are better than keycards. It doesn't care about your situation, it only cares about the actuality of the object. So a card is, a keycard is very like a credit card, and a fully stocked credit card can argue to be better than a keycard. I'm going to take the mask off for this, I want to see it. Oh, that's a good ambiance. The roof is slightly higher to make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. The walls are bowed out to make it feel like the room's collapsing in on you, and there's little segmented things to make you seem like it's a temple-ish thing. Very cool. I like the design. Although I think it's just an intermediary, and there's 173, so we'll just deal with that room later. Moving on. So, what you put in there does different things. I put the gas mask in for sure, because a very fine gas mask will allow you to sprint forever. Because you breathe, apparently, super awesome oxygen. It's called the Strange... man, I don't know. Anyway, 970 is infinite rooms, specifically 2. You can keep running through them, and you'll never stop running. But, in the run of this game, the most important aspect of 970, he's read a lot of the main wiki, is that it has keycard 1 in it. And then you can take it to this room, which has keycard 2, then take those keycards and go to Mysterious Gas Mask. Thank you. Take the level 2 keycard and level 1 keycard and go to 914 and upgrade those keycards to at least level 3 to continue with the game. What? Sint 0 is that map seed. So, Yeah, we just ran into a new SCP, so that's why I ran up to him and let him kill me. I assumed he would kill me, because most SCPs kill you in this game. Okay. So, SCPs I picked up. We'll start. So, mysterious gas mask allows you to breathe sprint indefinitely. Then we've also run into 106, who is that creepy old man I talked to you about with the coffin that I totally think might be his. Then we also got SCP-860, which is the key. The key is so cool. What it is it is a normal, everyday key, pin tumbler lock, that has coordinates written on it. If you go to those coordinates, there's a door there, and it doesn't necessarily, it's not a mysterious door, it's just any door that might have been there before, and this key will fit in there. We'll deal with the Teddy in a second. The key will open that door, and if you use the key to open that door, even though the door was not previously locked, it will open into a forest with blue mists. We haven't explored the forest too much. The first time I went into the forest, I escaped successfully and did not see the monster that apparently lives there. I was also wearing the gas mask, and the mist is supposed to be an amnesiac, so maybe that was helping. Moving right along. SCP... Oh shit, what's the Jade Ring? I don't remember the Jade Ring's designation. The Jade Ring allows you to, at the cost of moving more slowly, ignore mentally affecting SCPs. The Teddy 1048 is the architect. He is a teddy bear that can take something from a person and make a new teddy bear. 714, thank you. The ring is 714. And he has created, I think, 3 other teddy bears from these things that he's taken from people. He seems pretty happy-go-lucky and kind of a cool guy, but all these teddy bears that he makes are malignant, awful, evil things. That one apparently screams and makes you grow ears all over your body until you suffocate to death. 173 can't move unless you are not looking at him. If you're looking at him, he is stuck. Other ones, did we run into 914? 914 is the Brosif. Oh, he is listing out the materials that were taken from people. So an ear was taken from a person, we met him. There was metal taken from a person, and a fetus was taken from a person. I did know about the fetus. Alright, so next playthrough. Seriously, there's so much depth to like almost everything I encounter in this game that like I need to take a break between runs to just explain. I think that was all the SCPs we ran into. There's then a super special SCP that's totally you don't know about. Paper. Oh, the year was for multiple people. Okay. I love 035. I think it's such an awesome SCP. SCP-106, SCP-035, I think they're great. Also, this game maintains game states, so if you were crouching previously when you died, you'll be crouching when you show back up. 966 and 205. Yeah. I was about to say, I don't know those. Oh shit, made it. Why is my vision all wobbly? Whoa! Wait, guys. Wait. No. Is this a thing now? Yeah, if you sprint a lot, your vision starts getting wobbly. Let's keep holding on shift and see if I die from it. No, it just gets a little wobbly. Alright, cool. That's 173 breaking some windows. No one cares about him. He's a jerk. So this is what 106 is doing. All corpses from 106 appear in an advanced state of decomposition. I believe this is Dr. Maynard, although he no longer has a name tag, which he used to have. Ah, perfect. I leave that door open. It's like the only door in the game. I do not, if it's an SC, no, because I need something to talk about, other than my life. when you get close to SCP-173, this is not an aspect of 173. This is an aspect of the game. But when you get close to him, music starts playing, your vision starts blurring. This is not the blood elevator, although there is a dead body in it. It is not the bloody elevator. I mean, I guess if you really want to, you totally can. Definitely back me up like you have been. That's been totally useful. That blink took longer than it should have. This is a safe gas room, probably. You're a dick. So if you notice, I ran into SCP-173. I could barely see him, but I'm sure you could all see him fairly well. Cool. Poisonous gas is in that room. It's flooding it right now. SCP-173 is standing in the door, not letting me enter. Because he's a dick. If I blinked, he would break my neck. Wait a minute. Dude, guys, I'm MLG Pro. I want you all to know that before I do the strat. Oh shit. Made it! MLG Pro. That was way closer than I thought it was going to be for a second. Oh god. Ready, set, sprint! Sprint! No. So most things in this game are done by clicking. So I'll accidentally open... Oh, dude! 10048! Hey, buddy! Yeah, whatever. If I look away, and he's gone. Ta-da! I can't actually use this yet because I only have keycard 1. I feel like I skipped the keycard 2. I do like the more ambient sounds. They're good. I think it's 079 is the computer. This is the bloody elevator. What we missed was a guard walking into this elevator. Bloody elevator. I'd jump in here. You know what? Screw it. Bob Tiller, are you still paying attention to stream? If you're still paying attention, I will jump into this black pit. If you are not paying attention, I'll continue with the run as normal. Yeah. 079 is a sorcerer exidy. You nearly had me, Raziel. Mistake I won't make again. Bob Tiller, are you still in? Yeah, die. Got it, bro. This isn't dying. This is going into a pocket dimension. So this is the alternate way to enter 106's pocket dimension. You can just walk in. I will die. I have no there's a way that I can get out. So you immediately become crippled upon entering his dimension. I also normally don't walk down this direction. I walk straight ahead. I don't think it's actually random. Although this is my favorite. So you get to see the death moth. I'll see if I can show you the coffin in time. I've done this a couple times, by the way. There's 106 up there if you can see his eyes. I can only see his eyes. But you have to kneel. Alright. Let's move. Oh, Death Moth. I'm gonna look at him once. Death Moth. This was the coolest shit when I first saw it. So I don't know if it makes you bleed. This just threw me for a loop one day. Because I ran into this and I'd never seen it, and I played this game for a couple years. Here's the coffin. I think this is 879. And I think 879 is 106's coffin. This is me totally theory crafting. PD plane? Okay. If you're under these bridges, the eye doesn't appear on the death moth, and you can ignore it. If you are outside of these, it makes you look. Now this coffin just is here. We don't know it. Oh, I'm totally gonna die from blood loss. 895. Okay. But 106 spawns right outside that coffin. Oh god, I love the death moth. So I don't think he makes you bleed faster, but he does make you stare at him, which can make you lose your way in these trenches. Which doesn't matter, because I'll bleed to death anyway. But he does do that, which is cool. It's an interesting way to get you killed. When you're in... Yeah, weak from blood loss, whatever. No one cares. You're gonna die anyway. Whoa! Inception. I love the death moth. I think it is such an interesting thing. Sexy. I think I might be going backwards now. Don't care. Right here, don't care. What is that? You also hear like old propeller plane sounds in the background. I think that's a nice touch. Oh my god, I love the skull! The skull is also a very interesting other SCP. And we die now. When you die there, you do get escapologist, which means you escaped. You just end up dead. No, I don't want. No, whatever. All right. See if I can't find another SCP to sit here and talk about for half an hour. Are you enjoying yourself, Bobtle? Also, what does Bobtle stand for? Bob the Lord? Bob Titty Legs? Best of Brothers Time Lord? Band of Brothers Time Lord. Fine. Gamma, do not reveal anything about the game. You are coming dangerously close. Oh, we could explore the pocket dimension again immediately. Fuck it. So if you do escape the pocket dimension, you do appear somewhere else in the world. Each of the paths does lead to a different area. However, you do pretty much get blood loss every time you come in here. Little things. I hope I get the swinging pendulums. It's pretty much the best one. So swinging pendulums is this way. You always spawn facing the death moth. You can tell if you look down, there's a red little sliver that you can see. These are the pendulums. They're not really pendulums, they're more just fucking crush you weights. You would. Stop. Nope, here. That was close. Stop right at this corner. So they were nice enough to put a grid system for you. So that you could see where these things go and you can actually just use the grid. There's another one. Stop here. Move forward. This is the best outcome. What? Alright, let's do these again. Shave a little bit. Oh, dude, I love the eye. I love when the eye shows up. It's 106 watching you. God, 106 is such a good enemy. We gotta move fast here. Made it. Alright, cool. And stop. It goes right about there. Nailed it. Move forward. Make it again. Really? That doesn't escape you anymore. Oh, that's crazy. You used to be able to escape that way. You got a gimp. Glass breaking. Oh, interesting. I'm not. Wait. Oh my god. So if you go through columns, do you get healed and then can go through moth while healed? Go away, malware bites. I'm bleeding now. Damn it, malware bites. Okay. I'm bleeding, I can hear it. But I'm able to sprint. Dang! Ah, that would have been a cool mechanic. Okay. We gotta move fast, guys. Death Moth, love him. Always love him. Oh, the eye! Oh, I love 106. Oh, it's such a good monster. Alright, cool. You do need that because you can't actually make it through this trench without dying with the normal blood loss that it gives you. So use the terrain, that like floating pillar, as a way to maintain forward movement. Yeah, I'm gonna die. That's fine. I learned a couple new things about this place. That was totally worth it. The end is a pit you jump into and you escape. I love that eye. Gets me every time. I don't appear to... That's interesting. I'm not blurring. So, oh, there we go. There's the blurring. Let's agree to not Rule 34 SCP 106. Agreed? Agreed. So here's the pit that you go into. If I can make it, that's cool. If I can't, whatever. I might die of blood loss before I get there. Oh, I just died. Okay. Alright, so we're not going to jump into a black pit anymore. I don't even want to know what that is. Prost. Slancia. With the pillar thing. Yeah. I think if you go through the pendulum room, I think your blood loss goes down enough that you can make it through the trenches. I think you have to go through the pillars and then through the death moth, and then you can live. No, I thought it... Anyway, I thought when you said male .0 it was Rule 34 about 106. And I was like, please, just no. Male 0 you can totally say if he's not in the game. Or if he doesn't, if he's not likely to become in-game. So Gamma 949, what is your connection with the people who make this game? I know you have connection with the people who made Vigilus Lucius. But do you actually know any of the devs for this game? Because I'd love to talk to them. I'd love to have them in chat just to say I love their game. Their game is great. Boring strats. I had to look at my phone. Boring strats are just sit here and wait until 173 disappears. You can see how it wastes a lot of time. Dying wastes more, of course. Damn it, son. Work on that. You seem rather clued into the community. I guess you just trawl the forums frequently. Are you gonna? Thank you. Yeah, right. I opened the door behind me. I am become error. Tesla gates have reach. It's not just between them. SCP-9341 killed by the Tesla gate at redacted Site 19? I believe we're at Site 19. Site 19 is its own special little thing. No! Yes, got it. Good. The SCP Foundation is an organization dedicated to the containment and research of anomalous artifacts and life forms. Whoa! Guys, we haven't hit SCP-001 yet. I don't even understand life. Guys, I haven't had a memory access violation yet. Did they fix their... How could they fix B3D? They can't have. I've just been getting crazy luck. Almost got stuck on a chair there, though none of you have ever seen that glitch before. That would have been good. It can't have been purged. The problem is with the developing environment the game was made in. Dude, I will break out all of the booze. I don't even like wine. Sure, I have a $130 bottle of scotch upstairs. I'll break out some of that shit if they have fixed that memory access violation. I won't even understand how to deal with myself. Speaking of which, Bobtel, if you ever want to come by and try some really good scotch, I got some. You've earned it for how much you've gone to bat for me. Also, you'll hear lots of clicks and clacking from my side of the game. It's because I'm constantly hitting some sort of button. Be right there. Sure. Yeah, you want to come over? You can join stream. I don't mind. I picked up 372 right now. 372 is a really interesting SCP. He fucks with you. Yeah, it's Old Putney, or Old Putney, and it's aged 21 years. It's very good scotch. In the corner of your eye, refinery. Can I make it? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, if you stop on by. How dare you defile 914? Yeah, sure thing, bro. So we're going to extract 173 from 914. 914 is sacrosanct. 173 should not be in him. Yeah. Never had a good scotch. Really? We've been friends for how many years and you've never had a good scotch? My father has a saying. You should not buy bad alcohol. It's a waste of time. And sometimes I would be worried because I heard a door open that 173 would be in here. He just can't open this door, so I'm not worried. Old Putney. Speaking of which, Bobtel, if you want to come to board game night, every Saturday night at the Gaming Goat in downtown Geneva, near the place where we both used to work that serves ice cream, there is the Gaming Goat, and I own board game night. I make it. I made it. I can unmake it, but I won't because I love it. So you should join us. 372 is an unknown life form. We're not going to say insect because he's anomalous. So we don't know which kingdom of Animalia, or which genus? Oh no, my science professor's turning over in his grave. All like 5 of them. Hey, 173. No, really? Boo Radley. You through this? Oh, wow, what a lazy ass. There he is. Hey, bro. Close that door. Yeah, board game night's super rad. We probably will never start a D&D campaign at board game night. Thank you, Frostbox. Thank you, sir. Or madam, but I'm pretty sure sir. Get out of my way. You are the worst SCP. God, I do actually dislike 173. That person's not speaking English. I don't think. Let's see if we can navigate a Tesla gate backwards. Yup. Need about this much room. Highbrow. Dead. Thank you, Frostfox. I should have. However, Bobtel, if you'd like to come by to board gaming night tomorrow, we can play Dread. Dread is a horror role-playing game in which you answer a survey to generate your character, and then you play the game. The game is played not with dice like your traditional role-playing game, but with a Jenga tower. When you want to do something that you might fail at, you pull from the tower, based on difficulty and number of successes required. So, say you want to build a gun. First you have to machine the parts, and then you have to put them together, and then, if you are good at machining, or if you have a back history of machining gun parts, then you're pretty much done. You make sure it works, and then you're good. That would require 2 pulls. Gamma 949, that sounds very bad. Get cotton blankets. Get the Egyptian cotton blankets. It's 300 thread counts. They're very sexy good. No, but yes, if you want to come by board gaming night, we could probably play Dread. If you want to be in my D&D campaign, let me know. It is a weekly commitment, which means every Sunday you would be there and we would play games. By every Sunday, I mean you can of course take breaks, but not too many. One of my players is very, we'll call it anally wounded, or butthurt, as you Americans like to call it. And doesn't like it when you miss too many nights. But if you would like to be in a D&D campaign, let me know and you can join. Let's go to Saito 0. That was fun. Saito 0. Actually, let's try our old one. FJU 626 4B. I think that is it. I would have a look at the CD case. But I think that is it. SP966 are visible only at wavelengths ranging from 700 nanometers to about 900 nanometers. This applies to all of SP966's tissues regardless of their hunting method consists on emitting a single burst of previously unknown type of wave, which permanently inhibits the ability of the affected creature to enter in any of the NREM and REM sleep stages. The ability to microsleep is also lost. Interesting. also try to finish the game in atmosphere. After depriving their victim of sleep, SCP-966 will stalk their prey until the lack of rest incapacitates us. At this point, 966 will proceed to consume it. We are doing a quick fact-finding of this game. I would not say screwing around. We have learned much.
Message for you, then!
Sorry, cute girl's texting me. I have to respond. Game 949, I always try and finish the game to some extent. Hey 106. I don't want Dr. Maynard. He's ugly. I have looked at Starbound. Are you saying you would like to play Starbound with me, Game 949? You can come out and say it. You don't have to beat around the bush. You can be like, hey Felix, I would love to play Starbound with you. Bobtail might be assisting me in acquiring gainful employment. As of right now, I am not currently working, so I will refrain from purchasing anything that costs more than $5 on Steam. However, I may have a friend who has Starbound, and then I would play it with you.
Message for you, then!
I just got my neck broken. Okay, I know it's $15. It's $14.99. There are 3 different classifications of SCPs. There is Safe, Euclid, and Keter. Safe is the English word for safe. It means that the object is safe. It doesn't do anything harmful, sometimes beneficial. Euclid is referencing Euclidean geometry, which is your standard, usual kind of thing. Euclids are insufficiently understood or inherently unpredictable, such that reliable containment is not always possible. So it's a combination of whether or not something is how deadly if not contained, and how difficult to contain. Euclid is at your middle level. You have your SCP-173s who will break your neck. They move whenever you don't look at them, but if you look at them, they can't move. And then you can contain them easily by putting them into a room. Keter, these are your bad guys. You got SCP-106. They are things that are difficult to contain and or would be terribly, terribly murderific if they ever got out. Now you know. And knowledge is power. I thought they were based on both. I thought they were how easy to contain and how deadly. Safe can still kill. Of course Safe can still kill. I mean, 914 is safe? I think he's safe. But he can kill you. I mean, it's like saying that a walkway is safe, but if you fall down the stairs, you can die. Of course. But yeah, I mean, you know what? No. Gamma 949, absolutely fair. Safe can kill. Safe is not necessarily safe. But you can interact with it safely, I think. Nope. I honestly did think it was a bit of both. XK class? I don't know XK class. It's not brought up in game. I just went to Euclid. And as everyone in stream who has been here a while knows, I will never play Euclid. Which means I have to exit and re-enter. My apologies. They're really pushing this 966. Got it. Falls under that category, because I feel like me and Zixon talked about this, and I think that, meaning Death to Earth, I feel like the only SCPs that could do that would be 7-9 and 106. And 106 wouldn't do it directly. He'd do it indirectly. Because honestly, if I spent my entire day with a gun with unlimited ammunition shooting at people, I would not really destabilize the human species. What 106 could do is he could create fear, hell on earth. And what 079 could do is he could propagate himself between databases and truly fuck everything. 966. Who? 966. In game. I don't know. I look forward to seeing it. Sorry for bouncing. There is a fly on my computer screen. Life is hell. C'est la vie. That is a rare case. I saw him an instant too late because of slight inebriation. Yeah, I know you don't really need to sleep. 173 can spawn there, everyone, just so you know. I knew that, but I saw him at the last second, tried to turn to look at him so he wouldn't kill me, and failed. My apologies. I don't like how Siri doesn't have quite the vocabulary I do. That's cool. Josie the Half Cat is cool. Yeah, I don't know, Frost Fox. I would love to see what 966 does to you. That was fun. I like how the screen was like, fuck you! Okay, so for all those of you who are watching, kind of wondering about mechanics behind the game, SCP-106 is a Keter class SCP. He, in this game, has a sort of timer that is counting down as you play. If you take too long, he will show up and bushwhack you into his pocket dimension. By bushwhack, I mean he will cripple you and put you in his pocket dimension. You have to escape. By the way, SCP-966 might just eat you. They might follow a non-standard style of hunting you. We'll just do the non-speed run strat so I can look at my text message. No. By the way, SCP-106's most silly applications, either corroding the office furniture as Gamma 949 has correctly said he could be. This is an easy SCP to deal with, actually. Let's check these doors real quick. Check the wrong doors. I don't like 173, okay? Okay. Don't like is a strong word. I don't like him now that I played the game enough. I loved him when I first started playing. The problem with SCP-173 is that there are some situations where you have to take a chance. And you just look one way, and if he's not that way and he's up the other way, he breaks your neck. This is not good. It goes counter-grain to the game development of this game. How will you find them? You need the night vision goggles. You revealed that 949. Don't you pretend otherwise. Want to disable... No! 94... Gamma! Have you ever been to my stream? I mean, have you ever been here, brah? Do you even lift? Do you even stream view, brah? You know I would never disable 173. Ever. I love you, Jeff. I love you forever. No! You know I'll never disable 173. He fell in a different direction than he always does. It tells me something. What does it tell me? I feel like that tells me that there's a key card this way. I do. Oh, okay, I hate him differently. I think he is the least interesting of the SCPs that you encounter in game. Bar none. I think 012 is more interesting. So, yeah, that's why I took it as Frostbox. I decided to go opposite my normal route. Normally I go right. Oh no, I can't access it. Let's see, can I see his room? Oh, it looks the same. SCP-1123 is to be kept in a hermetically sealed container in an argon gas atmosphere when not being tested. During storage, temperature should be between 20 and 24 degrees Celsius and relative humidity at 55%. SCP-1123 should not be handled except during a controlled experiment. SCP-1123 is a human skull missing the lower mandible and all its teeth. Across the forehead is modern Khmer script written in human blood that translates as "remember." When a subject approaches SCP-1123, they will report anomalous sensory phenomena, including smells such as cooking meat or ashes, sounds such as soft crying, low heartbeats or breathing or distant footsteps, and tactile responses such as grit in the eyes or glass splinters in the sole of the feet. When subjects touch the surface of SCP-1123, they will experience a dissociative fugue state. Initiation of the fugue state appears instantaneous. The fugue is characterized by confusion, disorientation, and adoption of a new identity and memories which consist of knowledge, including language previously unknown to the subject. Oh, thank you, Gamma949. Thank you for that exploit. God, I love this SCP. Oh, I really love him.
Message for you, son.
Not kind! If das von der Ingrid ist der ein Rinder indeed.
Message for you, son.
Where's the skull? Where's the skull, guys? Where's the skull? Nazis! Kill them! Where's the skull? The skull is not in my inventory, but it's not there. It's the Nazis! Kill them! We are drinking ein Maß while the Nazis hunt us down. This is very appropriate. And this is ein Maß from the Hofbräu house. So, we have found many things from experimentation. One of these things is that you are unable to enter any of these doors, other than the one that is open. So we will go to the one that is open because, of course, this is where the game is leading us. This is railroading. It's not a very good storytelling mechanic, but... Oh, of course it's not Slovakia. He's going to shoot me in the head. It helps not. This is fine. If we go back in to see the skull... If you touch the skull 3 times, I think it is, you die. This is true. But if you touch twice, you do not die.
Sieht aus wie ein. Was? Die Deutsche.
So if I were to touch the skull again, I would die. You notice I am a bit of a cripple. I am crouching and cannot sprint. When you are crippled, you are supposed to lose all sprint meter, but that is okay. We don't mind too much. He knew I was a Jew. Basically, at the end, he says he knew you were a Jew. That is interesting, I suppose. I mean, I could ask my mother's German husband what it says, and he would be like, this is not okay. And I would be like, no, this is SCP. This is probably my newest favorite edition. Oh, and they cleaned up this. Thank God. SCP-1074 has been kept in a frame with an opaque cover in a locked archive room at Site 34. Whoa, at Site 342? We're at Site 19. Why is it here? No personnel are to view SCP-1074 under any circumstances, with the exception of D-Class personnel undergoing testing. The photography or video recording of SCP-1074 is to be conducted by remote-controlled drone. In the event of accidental viewing of 1074, subjects should be dosed immediately with Class A amnesiacs and removed from the area where 1074 is to be stored or tested. The person exposed shall report for psychiatric analysis every 2 days and receive additional amnesiacs as necessary for as long as the onset of exposure symptoms can be prevented. SCP-1074 is a portrait-sized oil painting on canvas produced by an unidentified artist. When photographed or videotaped, the entirety of SCP-1074 appears to be painted in a uniform shade of gray, with distinctly visual brushstrokes. Samples removed from SCP-1074 by a remote-controlled drone have been identified as oil-based gray paint of the type commonly available at art supply stores in the United States. When SCP-1074 is viewed by a human being, the observer immediately begins to exhibit Yeah, physiological symptoms similar to the onset of Stendhal syndrome, including increased heart rate, sweating, and vertigo. The individual viewing SCP-1074 will attempt to vividly describe it as the greatest or most moving work of art they've ever seen. Statements from persons so affected described it as not of a blank gray canvas, but as a highly detailed painting of an inconsistent nature. Once viewing SCP-1074, the subject will not willingly turn their gaze from it unless physically restrained, and will attempt to convince anyone else in their presence to look at it as well. Subject will become rapidly disoriented and detached, attempting to discuss philosophical questions raised by the painting of an increasingly esoteric nature. As exposure continues, within 3 to 5 minutes of first exposure, the subject becomes catatonic and ceases responding to outside stimuli. Yeah, I know they can move it, but this is Site 19. Girl. So Frostbox, how you been? What's new with you, bro? We didn't look at the painting because the painting kills you. We already extracted what we like about it, which is it gives us a bit of backstory about our character. We can no longer sprint because we are crippled. My bad. But Viva continues this game. Always know in the end. Oh! Did you all hear that? It's one of my favorite SCPs. I don't know the name of it, but he turns the hallway around on you as you walk. That's fine. Alright, so we are moving through this hallway. I like these hallways. I think they're very cool. Other hallways in SCP Containment Breach are very, again, artistically well made. Oh yeah? I believe it. Other hallways in SCP Containment Breach, you'll note if you look down them, you see a screaming face because humans are very good at finding faces in any pattern. We're going to close this door and just hope. So now we're back here. Whenever you hear that music, it's always good to choose a direction and hope you see him. If we get far enough away, we cannot be broken, but we're broken. That's not so bad. I mean, so, the skull hasn't changed too much. The hallway is cool.
Message for you, son.
I want to see the new SCPs. What time is it? 11:30? Not bad. Two women's that drive us crazy. Yes. Most of them drive me crazy. Alright. Cool. if she'll ever be in these streams again. If she does ever show up again, I will, of course, play Vigilus Lucius. I did look at her DeviantArt, but there wasn't anything in there that wasn't really related to Vigilus Lucius. Tell her to show up. Be like, hey, Alice, show up. This guy is a cool guy. That's what you should say. That like I was saying, everything on there was from Vigilus Lucius. It wasn't anything. Oh yeah, I mean, maybe she's got a different one for each. If you get about halfway down the stairs and 173 isn't there anymore... Oh, by the way, this is 106 being totally weird. He's either taking office furniture and taking it into his pocket dimension, or they're slowly being corroded by his goop. Really? You're gonna try to break my neck right now? You know what? Aiming large, how are you, sir? Everyone, please refrain from swearing. Love you, brah. If you type Halloween into the developer prompt thing, it turns it into a jack-o'-lantern thing. What up, Brosif? And then he does this. He just spawns, because we're in Keter, which means he spawns for fun. Let's go deal with 939. We can actually introduce Bobtoll to how I deal with 939, which is totally awesome. SCP-173 is constructed from concrete and rebar with traces of Crayola brand spray paint. It is animate and extremely hostile. Dev console. You know what? I'm sick of your lip, 949. I love you. Never leave me. Okay, so 939 is the SCP we're about to encounter. It is a troglodytic organism, ranging roughly, or about 3.5 meters in length. It has vicious teeth. Oh, I'm sure they will. It has no visual organs, it has no eyes. It uses a redacted method of interacting with its environment to view it. It hunts its prey by mimicking sounds that other prey or other things it has heard makes. In-game. This is what I can talk about. 939 will hear you within 3 range bands. Yes, it is permeable. 3 range bands. If you are crouching, there's a range band where it will automatically home in on you and run up and bite your face off. If you are in its next... I will not pet the cute doggy. If you are in its next range band, it will stop. Sorry, thing. If you're in its next range band, it will stop and say something like, "Who the hell is that?" Or, "What are you?" Something like that. If you are in its other range band, it will run at you when it hears you. This elevator is totally fucked, which means you have to call it again. The elevator is moving. It's not really moving. You can hear it because you hear the elevator moving. There we go. I do like that sound. Even though I don't like it. It grates my nerves, because I don't like hearing women in pains. Chivalry, I'm sorry. Really. An example of Peter class level difficulty spawn rates of SCP-173. I think it really adds to the tension because you're playing the game, all the sound stops, then all of a sudden you hit another sound, and it's good. 2 whole conversations, cool. I hit the skull again. There's no reason for me to touch the skull again. You do hear lots of keyboard. Does anyone else put an E after nervous? Just on instinct? I do. Nervous. Nervous. I've dealt with him in the past. It doesn't really do anything. You do hear lots of keyboard. How do I say this in the right way? Today was my last day at a shitty job. I drank this much of beer. And so, you're just dealing with me spam clicking on the keyboard. Because I do kind of spam click normally when I stream, but I do it more when I'm slightly inebriated. It's not for any particular reason, I just am doing a bunch of different things in my head, just making sure. Really? That's really cool, actually. This 420J in the early distros of this game did absolutely nothing except play the reefer music. He does actually make everything trippy. It's a joint. And you could actually make him into a better cut at SCP-914. Yeah, 420J. J stands for joint. It's a joint. I made it back to the skull. Shit. I'm sorry, aiming large. 420J just plays. Yep. The architect! Everyone look at the... Look, he's so cute. Oh, it's gone. Alright. They did more with him in this game. I usually feather the sprint button in my games. If you feather the sprint as opposed to holding it down, it does... Sure, it does Gamma 949. Totally doesn't mean join. We just skirted a 106 black hole, for lack of a better term. A little jelly of the teddy. They actually increased, yeah, the J means Jimmy. There you go. There you go, Bobtle. You know. By the way, this is... Wow, the lag! The lag is real. Let's get taken by him and just observe. Do they change? Oh, they changed a little bit of how he comes out of the ground. Hey, bro. So if he takes you, you get this totally wonky view when you come in. You also are crippled. If you can see, my little sprint meter is totally empty. It means I can't sprint or do anything. We walk through here and send, yep, and then we turn around. I can't see. There we go. We get our sprint meter back. Dude, lag level's way over 9,000. We don't want to go this way yet. We go this way first. That's cool. We play with the pendulums and the heritage. There it is. So we know that it stops here. We fell off because we're baddies. Don't talk to me. I'm old and cantankerous. You know what? I need to take a brief break. It will probably be... nice. It'll probably be about 15 minutes. I'll be right back. And by 15, I mean probably 7. Maybe 5. Dude, I hate that shit. I'm back! Alright, what'd I miss? You know what? Is everyone still here? Hey, Logan955. I've seen you before. You don't talk much, but you've been here. I went upstairs to, sorry, I went to take a potty break. And then I talked to my brother a little bit, and I got a banana. Bananas. I thought I killed you. I mean, welcome back. Let's get our audio back. I have speakers, but they are only for when other people come to visit stream. By the way, stream, Bob Till in particular, because you have this opportunity, you can come and join stream. So, I've recently found myself at a loss for gainful employment. Bob Till might be helping me gain that. However, this means that... Hey, Lucky620, welcome to stream. I feel like I've never seen you before. I speak in accents all the time, and apparently I can't type without being able to see the keyboard. 30, good. I can't play this game with a banana in my hand. I just figured that out. Shit. Welcome to my stream, Lucky620. I feel like I've never seen you, but welcome again. And if you have been in stream before, this would be the first time I felt like I haven't seen someone before when they have actually been here. You'll hear the 106 sound there when I am not, in fact, in 106's pocket dimension. You got it, 949. I'll just agree. Sorry. For you, 949. Oh. Your banana tastes most wunderbar. I hope Aiming Large is still here. If he's not, I wouldn't be surprised. So, Lucky620, you'll note a large amount of spamming, as the gaming community calls it, from me. I hit a lot of buttons, a lot. Hey, 173. How's it going, bro? I like to keep my blink meter fully raised. I like to, as infrequently as possible, deplete my sprint meter. Thank you, 079. I was going to close that door myself. This is the extra room. I'm dead now because I was spamming too hard. What was that was 173. I hope one day to bring a lovely young lady to stream so that when she deals with 173, she can scream. I have this awful condition which is called a delayed startle reaction, which means when things happen, I do not get startled until after they happen, or afraid, or I don't feel pain until after it happens. Which means that with 173, he is just boring to me. We keep him in the game because I believe he performs an important function in the game. He drives the player onwards. Other than that, he doesn't do anything for me. I'm not afraid of 173, and he's not interesting to me. 106 is very interesting. 372, very interesting. 12, a little bit interesting. I totally can ignore him during the running of the game. 970, interesting. Like, basically every SCP but 173 is very interesting. 173 is just so blasé to me. It's like, oh, my neck got broken. How cool. Good times. I thought it was PMS redacted. That is an excellent comment. Well, I hope... Everyone, we have just encountered SCP-001, a memory access violation. I'm going to read a little bit of I think in the future I shall read some H.P. Lovecraft whenever 001 happens to maintain my sanity, because honestly, it makes me livid. Is Aiming Large still here? No. No. It makes me fucking livid. I know it said failed to load a texture. What is a texture? It's in memory. What are you trying to do when you load something? You access it. It failed to access a texture. It failed to load a texture. Memory access violation. What, do you want to name it SCP-002? You can, I don't care. But I call it SCP-001. I call them all that. All those little boxes that jump up and fucking kill your run. Hurt me. They hurt me deep. In the future, if I run into one of those, I will read a little bit more of H.P. Lovecraft. I can't stop breaking games. This game was made to be broken. It was made in B3D, which is an obsolete developer engine. It's giving it to me. No! Oh, I'm on safe difficulty. Oh, I feel sick. We're back from outer space. 002 is a giant meatball. Fuck! Well then, I don't know. You're a giant meatball. Got it. Yeah, but Bob told this game was... Everyone breaks this game. That's why I started naming it SCP-001, because it just is. It's a thing. When you play this game, memory access violations occur, and the game is over. Lucky620, I hope you're enjoying stream. This is a bit of a strange stream, not a largely strange stream. It is Labor Day weekend, so I have imbibed a bit of liquid refreshment, of which there is a poison. This poison is known colloquially, not colloquially is the wrong word, but it is known by many, and is allowed. I'm glad you're enjoying. So, one of my big theories, and I would love to sit down with a developer and just chat about it. Oh, I got you! Oh! I don't got you. About it is that 106's coffin is in 106's pocket dimension. But anyway, moving on. This guy's dead. Oh, dude, it says a name. Gonzalez. Jim Gonzalez. It's gotta be an Easter egg then. Yeah, sure. I mean, Hell, if you want, I can Skype call you right now. My Skype, my stream is this thing. It's mine. I do what I want. You guys come on. We be Skype friends after a while. Probably get my phone number after a while. We chat. If you want, I can Skype call you right now. It's okay. Oh shit, teddy bear! I don't know if I have enough sprint for this. Get it! Got it, girl. Sorry, everyone. Boo, 949. This is SCP-001, or 012, not 0012. That doesn't make any sense. I love this SCP, except in game. Totally boring in game. You don't deal with it. Because dealing with it is totally pointless. There is nothing in there to deal with. Everyone, it's a teddy bear. Oh my god, it's a teddy bear. Wait, look at him. It's gone. Is that what you mean, 949? Or do you mean in game? Hey, it's not 173. Lock the door, buddy. I closed the door. What? You ain't got shit. Get out of here, SCP-173. You's a born-ass motherfucker. I'm not gonna touch the skull again. There's no point. I love what they did with the skull. However, without any reason to touch it, I won't. In game, ooh. Again, whoop. Then he's gone. Good times. So, what I keep spamming is I keep spamming sprint, blink, and I do like this kind of flutter with my fingers. I do like sprint, blink, and then like forward. And I actually like do all like A, W, and D just because I like flourish. See? There are a lot of heavy containment? Yeah, heavy containment zones. I need some anything. I probably skipped over the place I need to go.
Message for you, sir.
Oh, all you who haven't seen get to experience the wonders of how I break games. Oh, you think you got me? Well, I got this little pipe here, you can't ever beat it. This pipe is made out of unobtainium from the deepest cores of the earth. You can't ever breach it. The more effort you apply to breaching it, the less you can hurt it. Seriously, this pipe is made out of something special. It totally fucks SCP-939s. We gotta constantly move so that 939 stays focused on us. I gotta see the second one. I see him. I see his teeth. Oh, the other one's starting to move away. That's bad. We gotta stay here longer. We gotta hold this guy. We'll hold him by making him sprint at us, okay? I'll teach you about this pipe. Gotta wait. He's gotta, like, walk a little horizontally first. It's made out of asbestos. They're not made out of fire. So, we'll be right back. You can just watch 939 as he tries to bite me. It doesn't work. The pipe is impervious to his attempts. It has best in the name. Fact. So now we gotta avoid this guy now. Now that might not seem like a lot, but how these guys usually work is that they have a pattern. There are two parts of a group moving in circuits. If you do what I just did, it syncs them up roughly. And now I only have to deal with them. I didn't do it perfectly. I'm dead. So, if you do that right and you don't take a bathroom break and you're not slightly inebriated, you can sync up when SCP-939, the two of them, are moving. So you can have them move together. In the event of this happening, you only have to dodge one of them because there are two together, which means their range bands for detecting you are the same. So all you have to do is stand there, attract one of 939's, make him sync up to the other 939, have them, they have no collision with each other, so they can literally be inside of each other, have them follow the circuit together, and in that they actually follow the circuit in the same pattern, which means that one of them does not go in the circuit faster than the other. So, if you sync them up, it is the same as avoiding one of them, which means you can literally just crawl behind them and it's easy. Nom nom is correct. If you get bitten by 939, even once, you will die. Dark God 120. By any chance, Dark God 120, is your name Chris? And do I know you? Both of those are questions. I know a person whose email is Dark God. I was wondering if you're the same person. Welcome to stream, regardless. We are playing SCP Containment Breach. I am slightly inebriated. Ah, Dark God, breaking my balls. If you guys like, by the way, you can totally link music in chat. I'm slightly inebriated because today was my last day at a terrible job. What's my favorite anime? Ooh, it's a good question. I would have to go with Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. I love Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. I've been in martial arts for 14 years, and so Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple really just does it for me. Bacano is also an excellent anime. Hey 106. Berserk, another one of my favorites. A Job. Indeed, A Job is not an anime. Not even close. You have a job, Lucky 620? Boo. No, I closed that door. I didn't want to close that door. What? I've never seen this clipboard before. Everyone, shh. We have to read. Yeah, see you next week. On blank, SCP-1048-A was discovered wandering Site 24, accompanied by SCP-1048. Subject resembles a teddy bear similar to in size and shape to 1048, but is made entirely out of human ears. Gross. Dr. Carver was called to the scene along with a security team. The security team arrived first and attempted to contain 1048A. Subject emitted a high-pitched shriek that inflicted intense pain in the eyes and ears of everyone within a 10-meter radius. Ear-like growths immediately began growing in those within 5 meters of the subject, covering their bodies in less than 20 seconds. Every person afflicted with the symptom died within 3 minutes, resulting in the death of blank personnel, including the entire security team. Autopsies revealed the cause of death to be asphyxiation caused by an abundance of the ear-like growths manifesting in the mouths and tracheas of all victims. SCP-1048 and SCP-1048-A fled the scene before Dr. Carver arrived and have not been contained since the incident. The sightings of both have been reported on multiple occasions. Shortly after this incident occurred, a researcher was discovered missing an ear. According to him, it was removed through unknown means while he was sleeping. No other victims of ear removal were found, so it is unclear if SCP-1048 obtained more ears from another source, or if it is capable of duplicating objects or materials. Do I want to try the powers of a god? Following... was it, Ghostbusters? I believe the correct answer is yes. But no. But yes. I don't know, man. I don't know. Tell me what the powers of a god are first. SCP-966 are visible only at wavelengths ranging from 700 nanometers to about 900 nanometers. This applies to all of SCP-966's tissues, regardless of their current state. Their hunting methods consist of emitting a single burst of previously unknown type of wave, which permanently inhibits the ability of the affected creature to enter any of the NREM and REM sleep stages. The ability to microsleep is also lost. Oh, developer. No, we're not opening a developer thing. Their hunting method, we already did that. After depriving their victims of sleep, SCP-966 will stalk their prey until the lack of rest incapacitates. At this point, SCP-966 will proceed to consume it. IDDQD. You are talking about no clip. We do not no clip in this game. We play this game at the hardest difficulty, and we should play it. I was developing a speedrun. New version came out. We're still considering the speedrun.
Message for you, sir.
Is roleplay allowed? I assume you mean ALLOWED, and yes, roleplay is allowed. You can do whatever the hell you want in my chat. If aiming large is not here, anything you want is totally fine. Cool, we found the refinery.
Message for you, sir.
Oh, there's a girl texting me, which is why I keep taking a brief break. I hate this one corner. This is the only corner of the game where the key card is not on the right hand of the door. You are 096. Right? Bloody elevator? Everyone, bloody elevator? endear you. Dead guy. All SCPs. There are a lot of SCPs, and finding some of them you can't survive. This is a stem call center. This is SCP-10... Don't remember. I'll tell you in a second. 74? One of my favorite ones. 173. Didn't do it in time. I'm the baddie. Dark is an SCP with no number. Is he the Death Moth? Is he in 106's Pocket Dimension? By the way, I'm streaming on an exercise ball, which is why I'll start bouncing every now and then.
Message for you, sir.
Aw, boo. I love the Death Moth. So, Dark God, tell me your story. You play this game a lot? You just read a lot of the wiki. Speedrun strats. Made it. It is a problem. You're 106. Well, assuming only SCPs in the game, because I have never read the wiki, you can give it whatever number you want. I gave memory access violation the number SCP-001. I didn't save enough sprint for this, but I still probably make it through. Made it. Good. The teddy bear is eminently easy to skip, but he will kill you. How is the wiki? I've never been on. Nope. I refuse to go to the wiki until I've beaten this game at least once. I also only play this game on the hardest difficulty, Teeter. Yeah. I should have actually looked in there before I blinked, but oh well. Let's get 372 to follow us. Hey buddy, I love you. Okay, it's young boy from 13 to 15. I got that so far. Hey, 173. Strength, durability, and stamina. Okay. By the way, you'll hear a lot of button pressing. That's partially me spamming, and partially because feathering sprint is the fastest way to move in this game. What else about him? Strength, durability, and stamina. Boring. Move on. Anything cool about him? I mean, it's enough to make him an SCP, but it's not enough to make me interested in him. This is a new SCP. Shadow lamps. Please. I want to view 205. I want to interact with 205. Stenhall Syndrome, I'm sick of you. I want 205. I just encountered it. You're not letting me deal with it. Excuse me, sir. Over 9 is the plague doctor, right? With an IQ of 1,000. It bothers me when games say things like that, like, oh, he's got an IQ of 1,000. IQ intelligence quotient is based off of your knowledge of what people decide is important. So he knows a lot of math and science in the test. Yeah, plague doctor. I believe they have no way of appropriately determining 049's IQ, nor do they have a way of appropriately determining dark, I would guess. So IQ bothers me. Pokemon had the same issue with Alakazam where he had an IQ of like 2,000 or something stupid and he was more smart than a supercomputer. Most things are more smart than a supercomputer. But he has a lot of smarts, I get it. So he has strength, durability, stamina, and the smarts, and he likes to fight other SCPs. They would have designated him. If they've been, I mean, they would have given him a designation. He's dealt with other SCPs, they know of him, you would have a designation. Why does he not have a designation? Is he not an SCP? Is he fully understood? What's up? Knocked out SCP-682? How does that even work? How do you knock out SCP-682? SCP-682 is currently being reduced by acid to constituent parts, but rebuilding himself through the same acid. How do you knock that out? He doesn't have a centralized brain. Oh! He's not an SCP because he works for the Foundation. That's a thing. I can see that. That's totally a thing. I get it. We're cool. He is not an SCP. He does not have a designation because he is not being contained. Nor is anyone trying to contain him. Got it.
Message for you, then.
I mean, with an IQ of 1,000, he can have access to the whole thing just because. It's found in the core of a meteor. Interesting. Well, much as I am sad to, I think I may call it an evening. 049 is very cool. 049 is very interesting. I would love to encounter 049 after contracting the zombie virus. But I may call it an evening. It's been a long day. I had a migraine today. It was my last day at the job that I was working at. Maybe a new job coming up. I'm tired, guys. I'm used to waking up at 5:30 a.m., not because I want to, but because that's when I work. I'll probably stream again tomorrow if you'd like to come by. It will probably be sometime after 10:30. Please no, please. I could run another try of this game, but I can't stand too much longer. My brain is actually leaving me. I am exhausted. So let's do this. We're gonna have the light on. Be good. I'm gonna be tired. We'll have one more run through. If I die, we die. It's all good. No, we got this playthrough. We got this. Dark God, I can't say no to a viewer. I love yous. Viewers make me happy. That doesn't count. You know what? What is it? Dark. I've almost escaped the pocket dimension multiple times for fun. I mean, that doesn't make him cool. Yeah, he doesn't sound very interesting to me. He sounds sort of like a Superman SCP, where he just has everything going for him. That's kind of boring. Go away, malware bites. No one cares.
Message for you, then.
See, this is that rare spawn. Now he's down here. Oh, I'm embarrassing myself over the phone, by the way, if anyone didn't know. It's important. What is he not good at? What is his weakness? What makes him interesting?
Message for you, then.
What makes him not a god? His durability, stamina, strength, smarts. What does he not have? Then how do you beat 682 if he falls to the ground with loud sounds happening? And 682 is screaming all the time. Come on. I mean, if it's a weakness, then 682's got him. He can be broken. Of course he can be broken. But why hasn't he yet? If he fights 682 for fun, he would be broken if it was mundanely a thing he could do. 682 is the Superman of the SCPs. He is unkillable. He will destroy you. Headphones. I mean, so they can contain him, but they don't because he's not dangerous. So they don't. And he regularly bouts with 682 and 49. He has an IQ of 1,000, which means that no, they can't contain him because he'd see it coming. I have an IQ of less than 300, a lot less than 300, and I could stop them from capturing me. He has more than... He has an order of magnitude higher IQ than your average person who's considered smart. You can't outthink him. You just can't. And brains is probably the most important thing. I mean, I get that people like Superman, but I just don't find it interesting. He just can't be beaten. Yeah, he has massive guilt problems. Oh no, oh no. Okay, we beat it. Massive guilt problems. That sounds suspiciously like Superman.
Message for you, then.
We're getting keycard on me, by the way. And, you know, I don't find it interesting. That doesn't mean that you can't, and it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate your position on it. He has everything. Yeah, he does something wrong, he locks himself in a prisoner cell. Cool. It's just... It's not unique. Like, 106. You take a 106, put him in the same room with Dark? I choose 106 as more interesting every time. I mean, I'd love like a role-playing game that involved Dark. Actually, so like more interesting would be if he had multiple personalities and you did a role-playing game where you played an aspect of Dark. That'd be interesting. But like just having everything. He's a werewolf. I get it. A blue first aid kit? Moons? It has to do with the phases of the moons? Do you mean moon? I've never dealt with a blue first aid kit. I don't understand. Life is scary and strange. I'm used to the small first aid kit. I wonder if it's the same thing. Putting on the gas mask. Oh, by the way, Dark God 120 and Lucky 620, the gamma settings on my stream are turned up, so you can all see better than I can. Strongest string in New Moon. Interesting. It's a reversal of the usual. We're not going to deal with the skull. We already dealt with it pretty much all the way, up until the point of dying. Yeah, he's an opposite werewolf. I get it. The Architect, it's 1048. Hey, buddy. Please. Hey, we got the bell. Everyone's grabbed the bell. If you ring it, he will come. That's an excellent quote. I like that achievement. Please. On a full moon, he is a regular human. Ooh, heavy containment. Or, light containment, whatever. No, this is totally backwards. Why is it open? Ah, the duck. Everyone. There's the duck. Hey, ducky. There's a cricket in my basement where I am right now. Do not run into this room. There is a chance that 106 is walking across the hallway, and then he will spawn and kill you. Or chase you. He might not kill you. The odds are poor of him not killing you. A pretty good run so far. But I have to go through here. This is where I'm at in my speed run. I don't know how to deal with this. Okay. Well, we got the memory access violation. Nope, no God mode time. We play this game straight, we play it right. I love you guys. I have been on for too long. I've been on for about 3 hours. I am apparently not logged into my own chat.
Message for you, sir.
Cool. But I gotta go. You guys were awesome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for following. I saw, I think, 2 new followers, 3 new followers. We might be at having another weekly stream. We'll find out. I'm out of a job, however, so I'll probably stream more frequently. Good seeing you. Thanks for joining. If you want, come again tomorrow. Gute Nacht.